You ever open your banking app on a random Tuesday, see $327.14 in checking, and think, yeah, millionaire status is not happening for me? Look, maybe you make decent money. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're saving a little, but it never feels like enough. You hear people say things like, just invest $20 a day, and you almost roll your eyes. $20? That's lunch. That's 2 streaming subscriptions. That's not wealth. And here's the thing. When someone tells you that $20 a day can turn into $1 million, it sounds like motivational fluff, like something written on a Pinterest board next to a picture of a yacht, so you dismiss it. Because in your head, you're thinking, if it were that simple, everyone would be rich. That reaction? Completely normal. But it's also based on a misunderstanding of how money actually grows. And that's what we're fixing today. We've been trained to think wealth requires a dramatic event, big promotion, big business exit, big crypto win, big inheritance. We think in terms of big, but wealth rarely comes from one big moment. It usually comes from small decisions repeated for an uncomfortably long time. Here's what most people don't realize. We are terrible at understanding exponential growth. Psychologists call this exponential growth bias. Studies published in journals like Cognitive Psychology show that humans consistently underestimate compounding because our brains are wired to think linearly. Linear thinking says $7,000 per year times 30 years equals $210,000. End of story. But compounding doesn't grow in a straight line. It curves. And that curve is where millionaires are created. This is where it gets really interesting. When I first heard the $20 a day idea, I didn't buy it either. So instead of repeating it like financial folklore, I opened a spreadsheet. No hype, no TikTok sound effects, just math. I pulled long-term historical stock market returns, about 9 to 10% annually for the S&P 500 over nearly a century, according to data compiled by sources like Ibbotson and NYU's Stern School of Business. And I asked, what actually happens if someone invests $20 a day consistently? Not occasionally, not when they feel like it, consistently. The numbers shocked me, not because they were magical, but because they were logical. Let's walk through it together. $20 per day, that's $140 per week, roughly $600 per month, about $7,300 per year. Now, if you invest $7,300 per year at an average 10% annual return, after 10 years, you've contributed $73,000. Your account value? Around $116,000. Notice something? Already, compounding has added over $40,000 beyond what you put in. Now, you might be thinking, okay, decent, but not life-changing. Fair. Let's keep going. After 20 years, total contributions, $146,000. Account value, roughly $456,000. Now compounding has added over $300,000. But here's where it gets really interesting. After 30 years, total contributions, about $219,000. Account value, around $1.2 million. Read that again. You put in roughly $219,000. The market growth added nearly $1 million. That difference, that gap, is compounding. And here's what most people don't realize. In the final years, the growth alone can exceed your annual salary. By year 30, a 10% return on $1 million is $100,000 in 1 year. That's $274 per day. Your money is now generating more per day than you originally invested. That's the shift. So if the math is this clear, why doesn't everyone do it? Because math is logical, but money is emotional. We don't struggle with investing because it's complicated. We struggle because we crave immediate rewards. We underestimate long-term outcomes. We overestimate short-term pain. Behavioral economists like Richard Thaler have shown that humans heavily discount future rewards. A dollar today feels more valuable than a dollar 10 years from now, even if the future dollar is much larger. So $20 today feels real. $1 million 30 years from now feels imaginary. Your brain treats the future version of you like a stranger, and we don't sacrifice for strangers. Now you might be thinking, Mike, I don't have 30 years. Or what if the market crashes? Or I can't even find $20 a day. Let's address that. First, time. Even 25 years at 10% gets you close to $700,000. Even 20 years gets you nearly $500,000. This isn't an all-or-nothing game. Second, market crashes. Yes, markets crash. They crashed in 2000, 2008, 2020. And yet, over long periods, diversified stock market investments have historically recovered and continued upward. That's why time in the market beats timing the market. Third, I can't find $20. Look, I get it. But according to Bureau of Labor Statistics data, the average American household spends thousands annually on discretionary categories: dining out, subscriptions, impulse purchases. This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't lack $20. They lack a system. Think of compounding like pushing a snowball down a hill. At the top, it's small. You're pushing hard. It barely moves. That's the first 5 to 10 years of investing. It feels slow. It feels pointless. It feels invisible. But once the snowball gets big enough, gravity takes over. That's compounding. And most people quit before gravity shows up. The hardest $100,000 you'll ever make is the first one. Because before $100,000, you are the engine. After $100,000, your money starts assisting. After $500,000, your money is doing serious work. After $1 million, you're steering more than pushing. This is why the first decade feels brutal. This is why people say it doesn't work. They quit during the invisible stage. And that's tragic, because mathematically the system works. Psychologically, we sabotage it. Imagine two people, both 25 years old. One waits until 35 to start investing $20 a day. The other starts immediately. The early investor has 10 extra years of compounding. That difference alone can mean hundreds of thousands of dollars without investing a single extra dollar per day. Time is leverage. And unlike income, you can't earn more of it later. So what do you actually do? Step 1. Automate $20 per day or $600 per month. Set up automatic transfers into a brokerage account. Step 2. Choose a broad market, low-cost index fund. Low fees matter. A 1% fee difference over decades can cost hundreds of thousands. Step 3. Increase contributions when income increases. Every raise should partially fund your future self. Step 4. Don't interrupt compounding. The biggest mistake isn't starting late, it's stopping early. Step 5. Track progress yearly, not daily. Daily tracking fuels emotion. Yearly tracking reinforces discipline. Look, you don't need to outsmart Wall Street. You don't need a genius IQ. You don't need perfect timing. You need consistency and patience in a world addicted to speed. $20 a day is not impressive until you stretch it across decades, until you let math, not emotion, run the process. And now you've seen the numbers clearly. You understand the psychology. You understand the timeline. So the question isn't, does this work? The question is, are you willing to endure the boring middle long enough to let it? Because if you are, your future self doesn't just become wealthier, they become freer. And that's the real goal. If this helped you see money differently, subscribe. Because we don't do hype here, we do math. And next time you hear someone say, just invest $20 a day, you'll know exactly why that sentence is far more powerful than it sounds.